3 experiments could end this. The leading model of how psychedelics heal the mind, 69% convergence across 10 domains, the most robust theory in consciousness research, rests on a single assumption. Block 1 receptor, measure 1 connection, track 1 timeline. If any of those 3 tests returns the wrong answer, everything collapses. The experiments have not been run. For 40 years, treatment-resistant depression had no reliable answer. Patients cycled through medications. Therapies failed. The brain seemed locked in a pattern it could not escape. Then a signal appeared, not in psychiatry, but in neuroscience labs studying something else entirely. Researchers measuring how neurons reorganize after damage noticed a strange consistency. Certain compounds triggered cascading changes in brain connectivity. Networks that had been rigid began to flex. The data sat in journals, disconnected, unlinked. No one asked the obvious question: what if the locked brain and the flexing brain were the same problem? Seen from opposite ends? An AI mapped the connections across clinical trials for PTSD, across OCD studies, across depression research and addiction treatment and end-of-life anxiety. 8 domains, then 9, then 10. The same mechanism kept appearing: serotonin receptors activating, neural plasticity surging, rigid networks loosening their grip. The pattern held whether the condition was trauma or compulsion or despair. Late-stage clinical data on anti-anxiety compounds matched implementation findings in veteran trauma treatment, 92% confidence. EEG measurements of neuroplasticity in depression trials aligned with mechanistic studies of psilocybin's lasting effects. The answer had been distributed across a decade of unrelated research. The fields had never spoken to each other. But then there is this. Same receptor system, same class of compounds, opposite outcome. Psilocybin reduces suicidal ideation. MDMA shows protective effects. But LSD, acting on the same serotonergic pathways, associates with increased suicidality odds. Same mechanism, same brain. One heals, one harms. The model cannot explain why. The 92% confidence connection has a hole in it. And that hole is shaped like a question no one has answered. What makes the difference? 3 tests would tell us. First, block the 5-HT2A receptor with a selective antagonist while administering psilocybin. If the therapeutic effect vanishes, the receptor is necessary. If it persists, something else is driving the change. Second, measure prefrontal limbic connectivity before, during, and after. Track whether the network reorganization precedes the clinical improvement or follows it. Third, follow patients for 12 months. If cognitive flexibility returns to baseline while symptom relief persists, plasticity was the trigger, not the sustaining cause. If both decay together, they are bound. These experiments would either confirm the model or destroy it. They have not been run. This is not academic. Patients are entering trials now. Clinics are opening. The FDA rejected MDMA-assisted therapy for PTSD, citing insufficient evidence, while separate research demonstrated its viability at 92% confidence. The contradiction sits at the center of treatment decisions being made today. Same molecule, different regulatory conclusion, lives in the balance. If the serotonergic plasticity model is correct, we are witnessing the most significant psychiatric advance in half a century. If the 3 tests return the wrong answers, we have been building on sand. 3 experiments could end this. They have not been run.